in the lab room.
Who else could it be but me, your man, Louie T? Thank you for joining me here on this network update. Quickly want to come to you and break down how this is supposed to happen. Let me first apologize for my tardiness. I sincerely apologize for my tardiness. Let me explain. I'll be there in 5 minutes. 5 hours later, I'll be there in 5 minutes. Go ahead, ride with it. I'm so live with it. Look how I did it. Look, I'm sorry. I apologize for my tardiness. I sincerely do. Look, I failed to realize that September the 1st was Labor Day. It was a holiday. And I had so many different things going on this weekend. The kids are going back to school. We were out shopping the entire weekend. I had a cookout in my mom's house. It was just a lot going on. I got barely any time to do what I needed to do. So I was ill prepared. And then some of the materials that I needed to get this thing off the ground weren't here at the time that I expected them to. So I was working in a very tight, window and time frame, and I just didn't get everything done. So I was ill prepared to start the show on the first, let alone the second, which is when once I realized that the first was Labor Day, I really wanted to say, okay, Tuesday will be the day, September the 2nd. Still not ready. Don't have everything I need. I'm hoping to have everything I need and be ready to rock and roll on Wednesday, September the 3rd. So mark that on your calendars. September the 3rd, 7:30 p.m. is when I'm looking to start the new season of the Louie T Network, which will be featured by the flagship program In the Lab Room. Now, that is still subject to change. If I'm not ready, you'll know. I will notify you. If you don't hear anything, then just know we will get this thing cracking Wednesday, September 3rd, 7:30 p.m. Now, I want to break down how a week on this program, on this channel will look. We're shooting to be much more structured this year, and I expect to be. I'm holding myself to a high standard. So expect Tuesday through Friday to be 7:30 each and every single day here on this program. Every day, Eastern Standard Time, sharp, 7:30, we're going to be airing a new edition of In the Lab Room. Each day has different content, so you don't get stale, boring content every day. You don't get the same rhetoric over and over again. Each day has different segments for your enjoyment. Now, let's start off with Monday. Monday is your atypical day here on this program because there's not a structured format on Mondays. Mondays will be much like it was last year, where I break down the games that happened the day before on Sunday. So each and every game will have its own dedicated show, breaking it down, talking about what I saw and talking about how the winners came to be the victors and the losers came to be the losers. So that will be on Monday, and it'll be rapid fire release where I just, boom, spit out videos back to back to back, trying to get all of them knocked out for your viewing pleasure. Now, Tuesday is a structured program, and the rest of the week thereafter is structured. So beginning on Tuesday all the way through Friday, the In the Lab Room program is actually going to be structured, and so it's going to be something that you can count on every day at 7:30 versus Monday being kind of random. So Tuesday is going to feature the Monday Night Showcase, which is a breakdown of the Monday Night Football game that happened the night before. And so we'll kind of get into that, and that will be the basis of the Tuesday episode of In the Lab Room, which will be 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday, 7:30, we will have a different number of things going on. First things first, we will have the Soul Survivor, and keep in mind, the second annual Soul Survivor pool will be taking place. I am so sorry that this was not out earlier. It should have been. I don't want to inconvenience any of you. If you don't decide to play, I understand because it's so late. But again, we're still going to do it for those of you who want to participate. I'll be giving you some details on that a little bit later on, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, Wednesday is going to feature my Soul Survivor pick, which you can't copy because your pick is supposed to be in by 7 o'clock p.m. on Wednesday, Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock p.m. Your pick is supposed to be in. So you can't copy my pick, which I will be unveiling during the In the Lab Room episode on Wednesday at 7:30. So I'll be going over my Soul Survivor pick for that week on Wednesday, as well as a In the Lab Room Louie T Network favorite. A lot of you love this show. You asked me to bring it back. You ask, you shall receive, back by popular demand. PDS will be featured on the Wednesday edition of In the Lab Room, so make sure you're here for that. For those of you who don't know what PDS is, it is Pats, Daps, and Smacks. That will be featured on the Wednesday edition of In the Lab Room, so make sure you're here for that. That should be a heck of a lot of fun. On Thursday, we will be looking to break down and preview the Thursday night contest that will be happening that night. That will be the first thing that goes down on the Thursday edition of In the Lab Room, as well as I'm going to be doing something new this year. I call it my tweet of the week. And what the tweet of the week is just me basically giving you a tweet of some of the happenings in the NFL and basically putting it in one small package in the form of one tweet. Maybe it's something that I saw. Maybe it's something that has caught my eye over the last week, or maybe it's one particular person or one particular team. Whatever the case may be, I'll give you my tweet of the week, and that will open the floodgates, as I will stick around after the tweet of the week. I will stick around and chop it up with you on Twitter for the next 30 minutes. Because, you know, I'm not a huge social media guy. I'm trying to broaden and expand my horizons on social media. So I will be up there for the next 30 minutes from 6:30. The tweet of the week is on Thursday, 6:30 every week. And I'll be up there from 6:30 to 7, just chopping it up with you guys, which will lead into our Thursday edition of In the Lab Room at 7:30, and a segment that I'm going to call Supply and Demand. I've got the supply. I've got the answers. You've got the demand. You've got the questions. You tell me, you the viewer, tell me what's in demand. You ask the questions, I give you the answers. It's a glorified Q&A session where you ask the questions and I give you answers. Now, what I'm encouraging you to do is to give me questions throughout the week. I don't care if you're up at 2 o'clock a.m. in the morning, nothing to do, and you just think of a random question and you want to ask it, fire away. I could care less whether you send it to my inbox or you send it to me via the video and you leave it in the comment section. I will see it, whatever the case may be. Send me your questions. I will pick out the best questions and answer them on the air. Okay? I will answer your questions on the air. And what my hope is that eventually I will be able to stream live these videos, especially the Thursday edition. I'll be able to stream live and we can talk about this. We can do the supply and demand episode and segment live, you know, real time, live stream, so that I see your questions as you ask them and I can answer them as I see fit. So hopefully down the road, that will be something that we can do live. Right now, that is not the case. Till I get all my situations squared away, we'll have to just do it via you asking the questions throughout the course of the week and me picking out the best ones and answering them live on the air. So that's going to be the Thursday edition of In the Lab Room. And then we move on, and I'll be also updating the Soul Survivor pool on the Thursday edition of In the Lab Room, giving you all the picks of the people that participated and talking about those who were eliminated the week before and telling you how many people are left and yada, yada, yada. So I'll be giving you an update on the Soul Survivor pool on Thursdays as well. You move on to Friday, 7:30 sharp Eastern Standard Time. On the Friday edition of In the Lab Room, I will be having the Thursday night showcase, which will be the breakdown of the Thursday night game that took place the night before, as well as my Pick'em Weekly. You know I love picking winners. It's what I do. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. All I know how to do is win. And so I'm going to give you my Pick'em Weekly because, as you know, I feel like I'm one of the best prognosticators out there. So I'm going to give you my winners for the week upcoming. Of course, the only one that will be excluded will be the Thursday night pick because I will be giving you that pick on Thursday when I'm doing the preview for that game. So I'll give you all my picks for the games leading up into the weekend, and I'll be recapping my record overall. I'll be keeping a running tab and tally of my victories and my losses so that you know what I'm doing, and I encourage you to send me your picks because, again, it's one thing for you to tell me that you're 11-5, that you win 11-5 in week 2. That's great. But if you send me the picks, I can keep up with what you were able to do so I can give you props for going 11-5. If you just tell me, oh, I win 11-5, anybody can say they win 11-5. You know what I'm doing. If I go 8-8, I'm guilty as charged because it's right here on film for you to be able to go back and watch it and see what I did. My words are right here. So I can't run and hide. I don't want you to be able to run and hide either. If you're going to proclaim that you're good at this, I want to see it. Send me your picks so I see what you're doing. So we'll see what happens, but that's what the Friday edition of In the Lab Room will entail. And so that's what it'll look like a week in this program on this channel. That's what it'll look like. So a quick recap very briefly. Monday, rapid fire recaps of all the games. Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. sharp Eastern Standard Time, we'll be doing the Monday Night Showcase, a breakdown of the Monday night game. And among other things, we'll move on to Wednesday, which will be a jam-packed show that will feature Soul Survivor, which will be my Survivor pick for the week, my Soul Survivor pick for the week. Also, PDS, Pats, Daps, Smacks will be featured on the Wednesday edition. So that will take us to Thursday, which will feature a game preview of the Thursday night matchup. Thursday will also have a Soul Survivor preview and recap for the week that passed, as well as leading up into the next week of games, talking about everybody still remaining in the pool and who they have selected for the pool. So you are updated as to what's going on Thursday. And also, we will be doing supply and demand on Thursday. You move on to Friday. Friday will be the Thursday night showcase, breaking down the Thursday night game from the night before, as well as the Pick'em Weekly picks that I'll be giving out for my picks for the upcoming week of football. So that's In the Lab Room in a nutshell in a week. Now, also, keep in mind, the Redskins report will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It'll be a little different this week because the schedule is a little off and a little funky because of the holiday and the late start and this, that, and the other. But for future references, Redskins report Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You go on to the second annual In the Lab Room Soul Survivor Pool. I really want to touch on this because a lot of you have asked about this, and I'm sorry about this being out so late, but here it is. To sign up, I just need a few things from you. I need your email address so that I can communicate with you. I need your name, the name that you want to use for the Survivor Pool. Whatever you're going to call yourself. If you want to call yourself, King Kong 31, or you just want to call yourself King Kong Killer, whatever. I don't care what your name is. Whatever you call yourself, I need that as well. Those are the only two things I need right now. Now, I'm going to need, and I'm asking for entry into this pool, $5. All right. How you're going to pay it? You're going to do it via PayPal. All right. Now, if you have a PayPal account, it's going to be a lot simpler. If you don't, it's fine. You can still make your payment either way. Now, here's how it goes. You go to PayPal, www.paypal.com, and you hit send. As soon as you go in there, if you have a PayPal account, go ahead and log into your account, and you're going to send the payment as a gift so that it doesn't cost you any money. You send the payment as a gift by sending it to a family or friend, and they're going to ask you that, and that way you don't have to pay any money to me. You don't have to pay any money to PayPal to send the money. Now, if there are any charges that are incurred, it'll be on my end and I'll pick up the difference. Normally, for a $5 payment, PayPal takes a 3% cut, which will be right around, I think 42 cents or something like that. So whatever the difference is, I will pay the difference so that the amount of money in the pool will be a flat rate. So if you have a PayPal account, simply send the money via PayPal through your account. And if you can send it through your bank account or through your PayPal account, if you have enough money in there to cover it, they won't charge you. If you don't, and you have to send it through a card or anything like that, a credit card, a debit card, whatever, then they're going to charge you a fee. Whatever it is, I will cover that. If it's 33 cents, 42 cents, whatever, I will cover the difference and make it so that the amount of money available to the winner of this pool is a flat rate for the amount of people that are in it. So $5 per participant. Now, if you don't have a PayPal account, that's fine. You don't even have to have one. You can still send the money via credit card, debit card, whatever the case may be. You can still send the money to me and you're going to be charged. You can't get around it if you don't have a PayPal account. However, again, I will pay the rates. It's $5 for you to enter into this Soul Survivor pool. So go ahead onto PayPal, and I have all of the information on this video for you, and I will leave it in the show notes as well at the bottom of this video in the comment section so that you will be able to go on, and they're going to ask you for the email to the person that you want to send the money to, and I will supply that to you. And you should see it right on the screen in front of you, and it will be listed at the bottom of this show, again, just in case you don't have it. So again, what you will need to enter into this pool is simply your email address and the name of whatever you want to call yourself, your participating name, okay, so that I know who it is. Now, I want you to send me your regular name as well. And I think I might have omitted that earlier, but you don't have to send me your whole government name, but just a regular name would be suffice so I know exactly who I'm dealing with. Again, if you just send me King Kong Killer and you send me your email address, I really don't know who I'm talking to. So I need to know that I'm talking to Dave, or I'm talking to Mike, and Mike is King Kong Killer. Now, I would prefer you to send me your first and your last name so that, of course, I will know. So if you win, we can kind of get everything squared away and I know who I'm dealing with. So all I need is your name, first and last name, the name of which you will be participating in. So whatever you call yourself, your nickname, whatever if you want to just go with your real name, that's fine. It doesn't matter. So your participating name, your real name, and your email address. And then, of course, your $5 entry fee into this Survivor pool. And again, I will update you on everything that is going on. I hate the fact that this is so short notice, but everyone that is playing, I need to have your information if you're playing. I don't necessarily have to have your money by Saturday, but I need everyone who is playing by Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I need to have all your information by Saturday night because all the games will be taking place on Sunday. And once the games start, again, that Thursday night game between Seattle and Green Bay, nobody would be foolish enough to pick that game unless you have a death sentence. Unless you want to lose, then you won't pick that game. So for those of you who don't understand how a Soul Survivor pool works, let me explain how it works, okay? So we've gotten all of the particulars out of the way. Again, your real name, your game name, so your name that you'll be using to participate in this pool, whatever it is, and then your email address, and of course the $5 fee, the entry fee. Again, paypal.com. At the top it will say send. They'll ask you for a email address. You put the email address that I will be providing for you in, the amount that you want to send, which is $5. It'll say USD for US dollars. Then click send money, and then they'll walk you through the steps. They're going to ask you, do you want to send to a family member or a friend, or they'll give you the option to make a purchase. You want to hit family and friend. That way they will not charge you to send this money to me. So that's how you do it. It's very simple. And then you just follow the steps to send the money. Now, how a Soul Survivor pool works. It's very simple. Each week, there will be a slate of games, as you already know, 17 weeks of football. All right, last year we did not have a winner. No one won. Everyone was eliminated. There was no clear-cut definitive winner. This year, it's going to be different. We're going to have someone win this year. Someone is walking away with some money. It's probably going to be me, to be honest with you, but nonetheless, somebody's walking away with the money, whatever it is. If only 3 people play and it's only $15, so be it. Somebody's walking away with $15. If it's 20 people, then somebody's walking away with $100. You get where I'm going with this. So, how a Soul Survivor pool works. Each week, you have to pick a winner, all right? You have to pick one team out of all 32 that's going to win in that week. Now, the catch is you can't pick that team again, so you have to pick wisely. So, you have to pick and choose when you want to select the New England Patriots because, as we all know, the Patriots usually are good for 11 or 12 wins a season. So you don't want to waste the Patriots in a week where there are clear and definitive winners all across the board. You want to pick a team that you don't know if they're going to be that good this year. You want to pick them when you know, hey, they're definitely winning this game because I don't know if they're going to win later on down the line. I want to use this team right now. So essentially, you pick a winner in week 1. And let's assume you pick the New England Patriots. You can't use the Patriots for the remainder of the season. Now, if you win that game, the next week, you got to pick another winner, okay? You pick a new team that you believe is going to win. Now, keep in mind, if you win, you advance to the next week. You survive. That's why it's called a survivor pool. If you lose, if that team that you pick loses, you are eliminated from the pool. So if the Patriots win, you move on to week number 2. Let's say you pick the Minnesota Vikings in week 2 and they win. Now you are moving on to week number 3, but you cannot select the Minnesota Vikings nor the New England Patriots. So now you got to pick a winner from the remaining 30 teams left in the National Football League and try to get yourself a winner to get you to the next week. And it just keeps going on and on. It gets harder and harder as you start picking off all these good teams and they win for you. As you get further and further, then you start dwindling down your options, and now you got to start relying on teams like the Cleveland Browns to get you a W. It becomes tough. If you don't play the game the right way, you could find yourself in a tough bind getting down to week 8, week 9. You'll start to find it harder and harder to find teams that can pull out a win for you. So it's fun, it's tough, but that's why it's called a survivor pool. So hopefully you're interested. Hopefully you don't mind giving up the $5 that will get you in because, again, I don't know about you. I'll give up 5 to win 25. I'll give up 5 to win 100. I'll give up 5 to win 150. It all depends on you out there to determine how much money will be available to the winner, how big the pot will be. The more people that enter and pay their money, the more people that we will have in the pool, the more the money will be at the end when we're talking about giving away a prize for the winner. So hopefully you're interested and you're willing to play. Now, this is all I ask. Because I was so late, I will give you an opportunity to, scrounge up your $5, and put it together. I'm going to need your money, though. I will need your money by week 2. So Saturday, 9 p.m., week 2, I'm going to need that money. If you don't have your money in, you can play week 1 and not have paid your money. If you do not have your money by week 2, I'm going to have to eliminate you. Because, again, I got to know so I can tell everybody concretely how many participants we have and how much money we have in the pot. So they know, hey, this is what's on the line each and every single week. So hopefully those of you out there that are interested will be willing to play and pay. And it's a lot of fun. We really enjoyed ourselves last year. It was 15 of us, $75 in the pot. Nobody won. So hopefully this year, we're definitely going to have a winner. And as you send me your email address and all of that, I will send you the stipulations to the game so you can go over it and you'll understand what's going on and give you a better idea of what's to come in this second annual In the Lab Room Survivor Pool. So I thank you for joining me here on this program. So that's basically what I wanted to talk to you about today. Sorry that I kept you this long. I didn't mean to keep you this long, but again, there was a lot of information in this video. So until next time, which will probably be Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. sharp. Till next time, I'm your man, Louie T. Have a good one. Like the content? Want more? Sub up.
In the lab room.